Hey guys, my name is Camilla. I'm a licensed PA realtor here at Remax Access in Philadelphia. So today I just want to bring up a couple of things that people that are interested in buying a house need to know. So when people hit me up, they'll be like, "Hey Brielle, I want to buy a house. Where do I start?" So first we want to start with your pre-approval. But to make your pre-approval the strongest it can be and your highest buying power, you want to know your credit score. You want to make sure that you have a decent income. You want to definitely make sure that you have that documented, your tax returns and things like that, pay stubs. And then you also want to make sure that you're financially well put. You want to make sure that you have a savings. You want to make sure that you're saving up every paycheck or every 20% or whatever that it may be out of your income to make sure that you're saving up for emergencies, for when you're ready to buy a house, for that car payment, for that emergency in that rental or the property that you have now. So you just want to make sure that you're having a well-put savings because your assets come into hand when we're looking at your pre-approval. So you want to make sure that you have a savings. You want to make sure that you don't have any outstanding credit cards. You want to make sure that you don't have any missed payments. You want to make sure that you're put in a situation where you're not as much of a risk to lenders that want to make sure that they're putting their money into someone that will ultimately give it back to them. So those are definitely things you want to keep in mind. My biggest advice to everybody: save now. Start getting your savings up now. Make sure that you actually have some put away. Like, you want to make sure that you have a couple of thousands of dollars saved up, because when it does come time to putting your offers in for these houses after you have your pre-approval, because that's pretty much what tells us your buying power, you want to make sure that you have enough to be able to put that initial deposit down, the escrow payment. That pretty much shows the seller when you put that offer in that, okay, I'm interested, we're putting some money into that down. So when that you are showing that seller that you're interested in their property, you're like, okay, I'm gonna put this certain amount down, and then maybe follow up with like 2 weeks later another deposit down. So for instance, a buyer that I'm working with now would have to put $3,000 down in their escrow to show that they're a willing and able buyer and that they're interested in this property, and they're letting the seller know that. So let's say our offer gets approved and okay, we're good to go. So now we have to start getting ready for the home inspection, which can cost up to around $500. And then you want to make sure that you're doing your termite and radon inspection also, which is also a couple $100. So let's say, all right, you have $3,000 for your initial deposit, and then you're also spending almost $1,000 for your inspections. And then we have the total searches and things like that, the home warranty, the home insurance and things like that. So, all right, let's forward to the settlement table, and you have the clear to close, but you also need a certain amount to close. So it could be, all right, $10,000 to close. You have seller's assist for a certain percent, and then you also have maybe the Philly home grant. So like the buyer with the instance that I'm working with now, he would need $1,700 to close. That's just his situation with the home buyer grant and also with the seller's assist. So let's say you didn't have that, you're looking at anywhere between, for a lower end, 6,000 to 10,000 or things like that, because you want to make sure that you're putting a good amount down towards your mortgage so that you're able to pay these certain payments that are doable, that you're not stretching yourself too thin. You want to make sure that you're able to pay these. Like, God forbid something happens and we did all this process to get you a new home, we would hate to see a foreclosure. So you want to make sure that you're able to make these payments, and that's why us as realtors, we also do that extra research and things like that, and talk to the mortgage lender, because we're all working hand together. The mortgage lender, the agent, you, the home inspectors, the title company, the insurance people. Like, we want to make sure that we're all working as a team and working as a group. So in your best benefit, because we are representing you and helping you. And just like that, if I were to deal with a seller, we want to make sure that you're getting your best interest in. We're making sure that we're looking at offers at hand, giving everyone time of the essence. We want to make sure that we're handling things properly and things like that, just because we represent you, you're our client, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best for you.